There are many groups, associations, and organizations in Las Cruces, but none were catering directly to the professional woman and assisting her in honing her skills to reach the next level of success that she desires. That's our purpose, and we'll do so through a series of quarterly events. Each quarter will feature a topic pertinent to professional women: negotiation, leadership, finding investment capital, personal branding, etc. Each quarter will launch with a panel discussion with experts in the field. On that note, we're happy to get started. I'd like to introduce you to our panel today.
I'm Rosemary Money. I work for the Scott Hulse Law Firm, and I'm a labor and employment lawyer on the management side.
What are some of the most important tips that you are going to tell the women today?
I think the most important is to be prepared, and there's a lot that's entailed in being prepared, doing your research, determining what the position is worth. Even if you're in a position you want a promotion, determining what the promotion is worth to the company, finding out where there's a win-win for the employer and you, and offering some of those win-wins to get what you want, but also at the same time have the company win from either your promotion or your hire.
That's great advice.
Yeah, it really is. It's fascinating. I do a lot of negotiation in my business, and so like every day, and I've seen the difference between how men and women negotiate, and men go into it much more confident than women do. Oftentimes we think that we're not worthy and they're not going to want me, and the truth is that research shows that when women negotiate, it's held against them more than with men. And so we have to know how to do that in a way that's going to win them over, win over the other side, and let them see the value in hiring or promoting you.
I'm Suzanne Quillen. I'm a nurse. I'm an RN and a nurse practitioner. I am currently the Vice President of Healthcare Innovation for Ernest Health. And Ernest Health is a company that owns, builds, operates post-acute care hospitals around the country. We have about 29, and we have 2 here in Las Cruces: the Rehabilitation Hospital of Southern New Mexico and the Advanced Care Hospital of Southern New Mexico, same campus.
Nice.
Yeah, so I've been doing that I've been with Ernest for 14 years. Prior to that, I helped open Mountain View and worked there for about 8 years.
Great. What are some of the most important points you hope to get across today?
I think because we're mostly speaking to women about women negotiating on their own behalf, I think one of the important points is you'll never know unless you ask. And I've noticed that when I interview women, they're hesitant to ask, or they ask in a way that's a question. It ends at the end of a question. If they are willing to negotiate or want to step forward and negotiate salary, that it's somewhat uncomfortable for them. We are much better at advocating for others than ourselves. So I hope just to impart some awareness that you'll never know if you don't ask. And research shows that 14% of women negotiate salaries where 56% of men are comfortable negotiating salaries in the interview process. So maybe just some facts that will stick with them, and next time they're at the negotiating table, might help them a little bit.
How do we get more confident to be more willing to negotiate for ourselves?
I think practice. Start negotiating when you buy a car, when you return something at a store. Just practice. Watch yourself, video yourself. I probably don't know if I'll enjoy watching this, but video yourself. Watch your mannerisms, watch your tone. Women tend to smile a lot during interviews, and I think sometimes it's just uncomfortable, and we're used to making people feel at ease. We might need to change some of our behaviors when we're negotiating.
My name is Laura Pierce, and I work at Memorial Medical Center. I'm the HR director, so I do the hiring for the hospital. And we hire about 350 people a year, and I've worked there for over 20 years. I think as women, I see the extremes. I see the woman who is just going to accept it. Whatever we offer, they're going to accept it. And then they're going to work for 20 years and they're going to be okay with it, right? They're just going to accept it. I have kind of that extreme, but I also don't think it's good to be the other extreme. And the other extreme is going to be that woman who thinks that I'm going to be like a man, and I'm going to go in there and I'm going to give them my demands, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to tell them this, and I'm going to do an ultimatum, or I'm out of here. I think sometimes women can try to be too much on the other side and they lose. And they lose because they forget how important relationships are. And they get so wrapped up in the game that I think they forget how important relationships are. And so really, I think it's, as women, we kind of tended to be one or the other. And it's how do you kind of put everything together to really make it work.
I think the most important thing is always to value yourself, to understand what value you bring to the table and how you can enhance somebody's business by being a part of their business. And so if you know your value, then don't be afraid to share that in a very good and collaborative way and help the employer want to have you in higher positions.
That's great.
Yeah.
Any suggestions on how to do research to find out what that job is worth?
Yeah, so my presentation will have a lot of different resources that people can go to. One that's really untapped a lot is the Bureau of Labor Statistics. It's a federal website and it has every kind of federal statistic, national, local, for every job in the universe. So you could actually go to Las Cruces, New Mexico, type in attorney, type in labor and employment management side, and you can figure out how much people make in that position in this area. And that's the case for every other type of job. It's just a matter of continuing to click. It's a very, very deep and robust website, and I think very untapped by the people that I talk to. A lot of people don't even know that it's there. There's you have a lot of other websites too, the glass ceiling and the green door and that kind of thing, and those are helpful, but the Bureau of Labor Statistics, I think, is a really good place to start.
I think one of the other points I want to talk about today is mentorship, finding a mentor. This is geared towards women, but I've had great mentors in my career, men and women, and if you don't have one, find one. It really, I think, can help propel you forward in whatever your career aspirations are. Just having a good mentor, someone that you want to emulate, someone that you can run things by, someone you trust. Not necessarily your closest colleague, but a mentor.
I think for the most part, everyone has the basic skills and education, right? We get our degrees, we have some basic experience related to our career, but the people that really stand out for me are the ones that have like high energy and they connect with people. Those are the kind of people that are going to be great leaders. People are going to be inspired by them. So it's not the shy person that wants to be kind of like in the behind the scenes. What I'm looking for is that person that can really shine.